free asante achim obobu a ote enkran abeka oso wonti ene wontimi nkasa eno ahome mami papa so bebre Sosa sabako de minina jamasi ore wuni ba okro mansa bema be kota kwa o kuse Sosa sabako de minina jamasi akuna mo bro okro mansa bema be kota kwa o paso bebre. We are since Obana baby Nessania, if you are tired chronic, I be a group. So paso bebre. Who did don't back up? If he said, or the man point them over farm, or work from a bad day, Janova, who be groaning no word in Ukraine. Or romancer, then over pony my boy, if he said, but my papa, them over fan, who work my bad day, Janova, who be mammy no word in Ukraine. Or romancer, then over pony my boy, so says about the meaning of Damasi, or a neighbor, or romancer, then my back was a quarrel, Baby, I'm a wanting a media railway. If you see my way, you can be a two quite. Be better quiet, I wanna see. Many mananti ananti, we did first anti-achimago. Ekosi asante mamponwa mampanye meno iye madese ewiase muse produswa na fa kunye ni mkwase sadi amidi mani betren cry se ofini pa ya meno na oni mi anekro kofie ajuma mi koye ya no enu an ofini pensu koye ya if you are me cosimo, then one of any pencil cossier. It is an estable sumeso. kefie Ufini pata manisa Ufini papu mi abwanti sunio Ufini papu mi osansani Ufini papu mi urini Ufini pasi mamobra Tina mdiare wani na mpopwa crosswi Abwanti omu amagai Ufie nyamani yao Mefia mewu tina miji miswe Opo pranesu wanyobi amwawa yase Isofini pati amenisa Meni ankefie Asemisambi frisa sanswa Fini papo ya besrimi Mwabeka semi esenseni Wabeka semi urini Se waka wansu no yame Amami ye bibye nye Iya manye nina Ufeni paka una waye mint Baby I'm a woman na miji Sweet baby Baby I'm a woman Itina mi sweet Baby I'm a woman na miji Baby I'm a woman
Yo, enti yakoye Ghana for no na bidi aye Kenya no na kire se enam yen Ghana amamre eho bebre more than say yebede amanone die ebe hihye mu na ade ba ko a wokọ Ghana ye fa aware ho a wohu ene say esane say Ghana eye republic nation na yede emra ena edetena oman ne munti no oman na hihye emra bebre a ejina so editu ya namo enti ye wo mra efa osomo ho ye wo mra efa adwumaye ho ye wo mra efa sukuu ko ho ye wo mra efa eyie eye ho ye wo mra efa aware ho mra bebre na esa ne se osomo nso ewo ho no munti no ye kowura osomo ni mu a na ya fa osomo no nso anamontuo de abata yen amamre ne amane ho aha inti no oman ne hihye emra no ohwe osomo ahodo na ewo oman ne mu no dia eya akese pa meka influential anase the most practiced religious groups no ena oyusu omo enimudia anase omo nantie omo ahosiesie ogina aso na ode chichire emra efa aware ne owuo ne ayiye ho na mostly no na emre bi etwe mu no na emra na efa aware ho no ni efre ba ko krista no yebehu se sa amra no enye Christian marriage enti no sesi aye friend no Christian marriage biom na mom de aye kan say ye friend no either civil marriage and say marriage by ordinance sa na ye friend no eno achi no ye wo de friend no Mohammedan marriage and ye wo traditional marriage na mostly na ya na ye friend traditional marriage no engagement eye asori no na ebe corrupt sa practice no ekoye traditional marriage no engagement na me ameti he ya me ye Bible sempakeni no se obisa me sa aware na mu de na manage ho a meka kire wo se me pe traditional marriage no more than civil marriage no and I say marriage by ordinance no the reason why me pe traditional marriage no ya can want some kakranda I think so you know me just a brief explanation Mohammedan marriage and as Islamic marriage you know you create another to honomo ema omo omugidie kire omo se e woso mutumi ware mama komako enan omo somo no eye Muslim ifo som anase Islam inti no omo echi no ena yewo ordinance and as a civil marriage no wo ne kɛseɛ mu paa na ɛyɛ obroni ɛna ɛde saa awareɛ no ɛde ba ebibiman mu na yɛsa ne sɛ ne practice na ne Kristosom deɛ no ɛyɛ painting no Kristofoɔ no accept no no ma ɔmo ho sɛ ɛne no na ɛyɛ ɔmo awareɛ a Bible ɛka sa ɛde fa ho na ɛno akyi no na yewo traditional marriage and as a customary marriage ena eye aware ana ebibimemu no yenimu dada ansa na Kristosum eba na said ya ye nananom no mo aware ni site no unless by choice ena be ma be decide say obeware oba baako no ne na tena afibọ unless by choice, but apart from that na bema to me worry baby and also your choice but na emra ne ma ho kwan and until na make say worry back on your choice na momo worry more than that it is not so much about choice but it is a no because na amamre ne omo amane na mo ho kwan ma omo e worry baby sa aware ahodo miensen ya yaka ho asem yi nyina no emu bie ni ho e permit oba so worry more than one bema nti ni nyina na ma oba atena be ma baako ho but unfortunately it is only the marriage by ordinance and a restricted be ma to only one woman, but Mohammedan marriage Emma be ma to me worry up to 4 provided so be to me a help. And then customary marriage so Emma be ma to me worry as many as possible. It says there you Solomon far mako 700 no dem plan for 300 eda ne ho ase no na ekodum pempen so bi wo Bible mu a Moses ekɔhye mmara se obi pese oware more than one o make sure say maami enu ni nyina no obedo omo equally na waye na sede ama omo equally sede ebe ya basabasa ye bia emma fie sane say Osha aware ne botaye ni nyina na ye unity. In the New Testament ni ebe hu say asafo no ye ne kwara mpo no na kire say akwa ete say aware a eda Christopher ni Nyankopon ntem. Inti no that is how it has been a ye nima edibesi ene ya ye kasa wo fidie isu. Na the reason why medi kan say obisa me a me preach Bible no say mu de na nke ya meka say me pe customary marriage the reason no any say ya na civil marriage and na say marriage by ordinance say wo hwe ni su ne ban it rather brings confusion between families instead of bringing families together. The nature of the ordinance marriage and na say civil marriage more or less like any bre person kuminya any de keka ho any enyonyam kese te say customary marriage
but civil marriage but we no be onim de person wache na ka wa chechi mu awotwim na obi atiase
ye can civil marriage and say customary marriage ne chire mu an say ya ware abe ma ware baako na oba ware baako asa. One man, one wife, one woman, one husband. And no na civil marriage and as a customary marriage, Na emra eda sa ware ne ho no. Se wo hwe sa mra na ye selfish in nature. That is how me hu and I want to explain it. Ye selfish in nature in a sense say winner takes all. That is how emra that's how we ho esitie. Winner takes all. The loser loses everything. And the winner takes everything. Number 1, sa aware ne ya aware as okoware na busuani bi eni how to me ware. In other sense emfa nkabo mu mba busuan mu. No kure obi onim civil marriage ne anase married by ordinance bi eni mu say okoware na the two witnesses kwa. Nobody will ever ask you whether the two witnesses in your family are not, they are not your family. Nobody will ask that question. the only thing they need is two witnesses from each side. Intimate to me and Antena Meshia Branty do or Quai Honoma Serenis and Pacho Kojame Court. Now, cause several witnesses, Mammy Namen Wariasa. My family doesn't know anything about it. Nobody knows anything about it, and then I am married. Until at the end of the day, no, and fan kabumu nye de ben, and fan bebusianimu. In this all ware crampona, so mamma no papa to me catch also, awari awukui. A bit to me, and Kanyabo Trena Yen Mukakra, now say for 1 or 2 reasons in the peninsula, because of or don't to me brush your parents in our side. No aqua court, no aqua worry. It has happened so many times. They don't pen so be after they are software crampo ebe marriage contractors. Who are no man na software be after no akache also or se mercy ewa asafu yimu ye sha or ye good inti no ye kama bum ni awaremo. Enti ebe ba sa ma after the D4 no sha se so mo sha aware Hong Kong. Who are yes o yiri ni, who are wukunu ni ahye nkom. Enti nia bia na nka ebeboa ho no wobehwe na prophet bi gina baby or say it is not the will of God men who say ukunu ni wo yiri ni. Enti sa ware no ko create so many problems in the system. Sa ware ni mu na se sebe oba na be ma afiri mu a na japade nyina ye ne yere ne madia. Oba afiri mu a na japade nyina ye ne kunu ne madia. Enti se when to me anya will anka se me wo fa si bi nya chefa bi wo ma eno na me kan say winner takes all no na sa de no so e de anibere ba fie because show the parents have given birth and they have taken care of their children. Wetu ya ni school fees sa enana kura no woni yemu sa enti onyini ya with all the expenses na ya ye onipa ne ho nyina wie no ye wie ni nyina na abrante na anasa baba wa ne hye adwuma ase na bibi hye ase ba ne nsemu pe wanya dofo bi okoware no. And sometimes with that kind of marriage, you know, wo kosra wo bakora mpo a ye to me block you. Ye to me block you. Enti kakra ye privilege, you know, ena ebi abosomi bia no ye be sendi sika bi ade akofie di akoma wo. Ebi abosomi yesi o mommy jiwe daddy jiwe. Apart from that, you know, omu nyanfa so bi ebiem. Na afi de nipa ni be wu nso a na spouse na kantan bibia so eni nyina ye ne dia intimate civil marriage ne dia no kure ni nyame anim ne the idea behind civil marriage, you know, it is not biblical. Apart from the fact they say one man one woman, no, it is the nyina is not biblical. The nyina is not biblical. And another thing a civil marriage, you know, more dangerous. Civil marriage is the same as ordinance. Another thing a man more dangerous on say. Ahanu say, you know, you need what we call customary marriage. The omunima na civil no. Into omo traditional marriage a ye friend no customary marriage no na ye civil marriage no. Into omo ni the aye one customary any civil there be. Omawari ye back when that is what we know. Uba Africa, Ghana especially. Because of your customary na your civil and also ordinance in no emre bi wo ho no mo say montie me yie say yesi ye kom mremu yie pa mo beti ma say civil no identity mu na eba according to mrana e wo Ghana no e kire say a man or a woman can never engage in two different kinds of marriage. Enunti no mo say ye wo 3 types of marriage inti femu baako. Enti onipa biare ntumi ensore nka se me ware aware mienu e de abomebo. Enti what it means in say wo pese wo ware civil marriage, you must never have anything to do with customary marriage or Islamic marriage. Na me pese me call Islam ne ho because yakoye Christo faith anyway say ebia no obi so tia onye Christo ni. Enti no the amrani kan wo Ghana ne say obi bia wa ye customary marriage no say o pese or ye civil marriage a the edi kan was say o breaking customary marriage, and son our enter into the civil marriage. That is the laws of Ghana. And to be or share wedding ring biano, it means automatically in the customary marriage, is broken. That is our law in Ghana. You can't contract two different kinds of marriage. And the laws of Ghana recognize customary marriage, as a full complete marriage. It won't mean no ensanso nye wedding in Kahu. Enti ye mra no ne say ansa no bi be ye wedding no wedi kan ye customary marriage. Na so ye customary marriage now for the sake of compensation for the family ninti only kan ye customary marriage na momu so we are on divorce so ansa na wa inti a change of status. Now baby aye Christopher no ye mistakes in any say. Instead they say obey break traditional marriage, na wako ordinance ni mu no odi mienu ni nyina ebomu nti obeshi obabi a wawari bia na ohye ring mienu. Enti da no na me ka say it is wrong so oba be a married woman wrong so obeche ring mienu. Ignorance. And married women share rings mienu. Because you are entitled to only one type of marriage. And that one type of marriage, comes with one ring. Into ukoye and ya pay edin fefe febidia man say no your engagement. So the question is, if you in traditional marriage, if we should call it engagement, not say truly a engagement, say our year bigger than engagement. Wedding a bigger than engagement. Enti adenti na se me koye engagement na me she engagement ring na me san be ye wedding na wo she mienu ni nyina. It doesn't make sense. Because we have graduated from engagement to wedding.
Engagement na kan hu hia say we be share ring.
The proper engagement no ne say we share oba no anase ebusuya mienu edi ho nkomo ne agi atomu say ye be ware. Enti proper engagement na ne say traditionally no wo be kwa akoye knocking. E wo oba na ebusuya mu. Na oma ka kire wo say e kwan do oba ne ho. Enti ene ye de ne ma waware. Enti ene o person de ne ko ofie di a say ni na beye na fa ne ko. Enti that day no engagement is done. What engagement means in say me de mensa to ne so oba me bie ni ho kwan. Se oba na brabo mu biem. Enti ne sa no se when to me anware na ebusuafo ni to me bo oka. Because why wasting a time? Enti ebusuafo ni to me bo oka. Ena enti kwasi ebuo na ye je na ye two ties kwasi ebuo ne ba ko ne se wo be share ye mbo se wo be ware ye mba ba no ena ye de ne to ho enti because of that enti ya ma be ma bia ho kwan ma na mba biom ena wa wasting the time no ware ne enti ene wabu ye nkwase ya enti wo kanie eno achi no the second kwasi ebuo ne se wo ni oba ehia na mwedi nkomo na ebusuafo ni mu ho hwe no anyem no we wi a obi ade enti eno nso wabu ebusua ne kwase enti ebeje kwase ebuo enti kwase ebuo no ne two types no enti ade na yenye Christopher na nke wo say we should know better and act accordingly we are ignorantly calling it engagement it's not engagement, it is a proper marriage. Ena emrana edi omani nyina so ne se wuntumi nko sa aware mienu ni mu at the same time. Enti so pese busuafo hu se wo na wo ne osemesi a no bentin ete de a di kan ko ye no wo wi a break ye no na fe de transfer it to the other. The reason why a Christopher enije sa aware ne ho ne say number 1 ebia ne yenim but eno na make us say selfish in nature. Because the winner takes all. But me GD, I want to believe we say Christians doesn't know so much about it. And we are acting out of ignorance. Nemum anke Christopher the proper marriage I was say ye submitted to and a year to customary marriage, Because what the Bible teaches a customary marriage. The Bible doesn't teach civil marriage and marriage by ordinance. The Bible teaches customary marriage. Into your mind be albeko muno, your mind and I say kuro be albeko muno, ye kurona manie ene na mamere ni ejina so de worry. Into Yesu Christo time, the wedding at Canaan. Jesus Christ respected protocol, traditions, and culture. Enti no ye sofo kese pa ni pe nyina animo no. E na ye man invitation kwa aware na se so call your contra back seat because onim sa aware ye abusuya dia. Enti okoye no contra back seat. It is never a court issue. Enti show. Let me ask you one thing. Say wo your bar tie me ye na wo de adwene sa nyoma we hu mienu. Because ade ba kwa raise concern a e ma me dwene ho a me pepe nyoma mu kakra. Me di ho nkomo no ene say. Recently obi asori anu afa marriage certificate. Social media because of issue ya abeinti. No afa marriage certificate. Now I hear the video not the about social media. I am the legal wife. I am the legal wife. But the question is, do we have something called legal wife? Ye ni bibi a friend of legal wife. A wife is a wife. Enti ye ni bibi a friend of legal wife, any on legal wife and I say illegal wife. There be a wife is a wife. Enti what this certificate in nature say legal wife no na ye den. At the end of the day no our rear a contract. Now every contract BR comes with rules and regulations. Every contract BR comes with certain kind of commitments. Enti you are bringing something to the table, I am bringing something to the table. You are expected to demonstrate certain behaviors and attitude, and I am also to do the same thing. These are just few of the contracts anymore. Now contract they are miensani nyina amaka ni nyina na san say contract. Every contract has the ability to expire. Enti aware bia say ye ordinance and say ye customary and say Islamic. Expiring date. The Bible teaches about expiring date. Culture teaches about expiring date. Islam teaches about expiring date. Expiring date owu. And the major of them all. And then we have what we call separation. And also honor.
And a contract is so
was it?
Contracting.
A contracting and I make one say another term I be use a covenant. A yapam. A warrior yapam. Enti yapam be as a ye wo humra.
It's a contract. No, there may say so kind of contract. There may not be because it's a contract. Be a can say okay, be more 5 years contract. It's say we are. If you are married, me free in Muako.
Yeah.
Me free in Muako. Because that contract number abana
yeah, Santa Mekai.
Contract na we bananesa uwona.
Yeah. And well, that contract and also suggests to say owone bape body ni nya odi abiem. Body ni nya odi abiem. Enti contract no end there. Obi akọ back to the original state. What it means is that the body goes back to the family. And then while you're you find your way out. Enti se wo hwe Israel for amamre mu a said ye be ya oyere ebenya ejapade a onini kunu ye ne so mfaso nti no omon hihye ye ne se bema no ne bedi kan ye wu a ye mpe bema afoforo wa abusuani mu no nware no so that the contract will continue. Na so ba no ne bedi kan wu de ne na eno ano no because ono ne ye kofa na ba. Enti show the moment a contract no be free mu no e wo se oba na ye kofa ne ba no se bema no ne free mu a e wo se oba na ye kofa ne ba contract ne mu ye sa de ne call back. Enti eno ne ko create that widowhood right enti wo dey search all the tribes in Ghana ube hu say a man shed down ye widowhood right. A man shed down ye. Omo be ye kure bia 1 month, 2 months, 3 months ni etwem. But a man dey no kwa to the extent of 1 year. Adentia hwe 1 year na ba ye no ba ye because in painful tena say dwene hu susu hu say e bia na be ma ne be firi mu no ba na take seed. It is said ye be ya on fast anyi se ne nkoma be ma foforo no mo de hye nkodi ba bi nti no omo man a period of 1 year to mourn the husband. It within that 1 year no naturally says nyinsen bi wo ho ansa na be ma ne firi mu a at that time no nyinsen na pua ma wa wo no ma je omo de hye na woko. That is the reason why at that 1 year 6 months a issue no ekoba mu. Senkenti saade anka ye no ne ye okuna mamre na de goodbye no wie pe. You are gone. Ye wie bibia. Enti eno na ye no kwasem ani ahinta asem a e wa aware contract ni mu. Na eba ne tradition so no na me ka asem bi. Dia na me ka ne say oba bia fa nani nto form non-sisi civil marriage na on-sisi customary marriage no hwe say mu de na nionyam wo mu ma no. Enionyam ewo customary marriage mo de mamma in civil marriage. The reason is that say ye be waro customary. Look at the way I treat you like a queen. You're more glorious than civil marriage. Civil marriage ni efa nipa mienu pedi echi ni akosan ni yewie a na ya pete bu bi atana ho anom be ba ko mienu bi ni akoye pebe yembe bi atana no. Israel customary marriage no na ye reception 7 good days. Israel customary marriage omo ye reception 7 good days. It is a bear man ko ye engagement in area. It taking 7 years to go and prepare so that he will come and celebrate the woman proper. Wo back and from Ghana. Say yakwa akosraje list na wie no. Aware ben ene ye ware a ye list apart from customary marriage. Civil marriage ye list bia. The hands wako register or court. Na court aje ni sika obeje. Uwi a wako sign near the certificate amount now the certificate ko. But the ban customary marriage ye ma o list say nyoma o de beba before ba na koni. Wo ba ebusua domu di wachi.
Civil marriage no endimu.
Civil marriage is not proper.
Say a customer we say no.
Yeah.
Because the kind nipa mienu e bia o menam fofo mienu bi na ye ko di machi makoye ade no e bia mankoye customary marriage no. Enti se bibi eba busani benya eni. Busani
bi eni mu. Busani bi eni mu eno na meka say number 1 identity umu ba no.
Nti obi eni mu.
Obi betumi aware 1000 years na ne busani bi enim say waware. Enti eno no to me it is not good. Enya proper marriage and also na Christo for fighting more. And no na Christo for fighting more wo ho. Now so senke ye traditional afi ne kwa akwaje list o. Ni ye wie ye akwaje list no so ye de ye papa di ye chi aba besre de be ni onyam nie. E de be ni onyam nie no ba mpe. What you see hwe with the civil marriage you know. Se be man no twempna krampa is against the law until to me the court e jail no with the civil marriage. And so bisa say nipa dodo say na ye civil marriage o ma form yere no machi a o mo da so tifie because o mo form yere no machi o mo yere no to make us o ye me kunu me ne wo mba na say me do no enti me de ne court a ye be de be ye be jail no me so ye be kwati am te me de a che no. Enti the question is dear be no bota ye panty akoye civil marriage you know. If say o husband fa wachi na be to me their channel wo yire fa wachi na be to me their channel, what is the main purpose for the civil marriage? Because in the customary marriage na ma wo ho kwan say ware more than one no ye wo mema bebre wo ho ma ware customary marriage and they are sticking to their wife omo ko oba foforo bia ho da enti adwaman bono ya adwene mu entity ye suban. So be a ware civil marriage no betwe mpena. Se waware customary marriage no between pro between pana. There is no difference. The here ye need dia ye de ma aware no. Asa. At every point in time, I will choose the customary marriage than the civil. Ya beji listen na ye wie no. Ye ba be boa ye ho. Na nioma ye di ama ye nyina ya tototo nioma nyina na santie di ye chi ye beba na nso abusuafo abochenku. No mo tete ho. Nke ago nke ame. Eno ye nkranfo. Ni ye ba be bo emu eyi ye to anansesema ye bo nwumu ye frɛ ne sen. Ye wo munyomo ni din emoguo. Ye frɛ ne moguo. Aha. Wohu ni ababe tototo meguo ye wie krampa ye present ade we wie ni ekofo oba na ba hwe ne fe. Oh ye ko ye si o ye begiti ye nti ni asan akwa aba. Ni ye be ni nyina na a creative fellowship. What you has here? Na creative fellowship. Ye wie ni akwa akofo oba we ni atosantie di nechi ni ye bon nwomo no di asa ni de ekeka ohwe ni onyama ye de shoba. Ni abe presenti ni oma we num nyina na ye wi aya san bisa ne se be ma we aba so obe fa wa konifias ne yere ye nji ana ni asaji permission wo ho waka ani ansa na o papa agi ade no eni onyam be na ti se ya ye mpe. What did the American say? And this is our marriage. That is African marriage.
Proper one.
Proper one. Proper one. Na enumu no nso no se wo ba bejaya woni mode eko se wo ba bejaya wan say during the marriage no ye wo mo ayede omo ejina ho as omo jina aware na chi se wo ba bejaya aware a wudi kan fa san krofo ne so yeah enti omo jina aware na chi no na obedi kan akọ omo ho no makọ create intention say ni say enti me pese mi jai enti ansa na wode nsa be ko no san krofo no betena asese ho what happened no mu betie nsem omo wie a ansa na ebusuan panhini akodu ne so enti sa process we no mu nyina ye be fa mu be wie no na kire sa aye de ben ye betumi asiesi na ni asiesi na wie even though court nso siesi asemo de but court de no ebinum si o eya na the reason why mo pay is because wo koi ye kwa akoji ade bi ebusuan mo so etesa ebusuan mo so koja ya ware a there are certain kind of compensations because contract no and end na wo breach a breach of contract awarija ye bia a breach of contract enti wo breach contract no tete no won say nye nne na bibia say ya nka tete no wo kwa akoware a what do you do ne say the woman must be a virgin enti makwa akofa obi de share virgin aba me fie na ma ba be ye wo di obroni be ka say disvirgined what you say na me de ne kono be ma be na be ba be fa no enti e was me compensating no so it is like that both in the traditional setup and in the civil setup enti de be enti no nipa be pre ne ho ase makoye traditional marriage mi wi a na me sa ba be ye civil marriage e wa bra emra ne kire yen say obi a wa ye civil marriage bia automatically you have broken the customary marriage. That is our law in Ghana. Obi bia wa ye civil marriage bia your customary marriage is null and void. It doesn't work again. That is the truth. Yeah, Juma say that is what I am saying. Yeah, Juma say that and nothing I'm can say your ignorance. Say ye nima anka will not fight for the civil marriage. Because the moment you enter into civil marriage, you are breaking the customary marriage. Na dia backward nim dia back so ye nim say customary marriage na no so ye wo certificate wo court a wo ware wi a wo kokoje. The only difference in it says a bear man person worry become who to me aware. That is the only difference. That is the only difference. Now say your back say because of waiting me cause civil marriage man. The question is after civil marriage, you know, when you remember do e chimpna wo mo yire no machi. Our area is relationship. And it doesn't matter how many certificates you have and how many rings you are wearing. Say relationship on papa. No amount of certificate can bring it back. A relationship.
Daddy, what about say my customer a marriage no be man na busuan ya no nyina ewie busuafo ye ne busuafo no nyina aye ewie na bia me pese me koye civil no so bia busuafo na ne nuomo ye we no omo asa abeta machi ewo ehwo no mo no na bia omo ya present me certificate e dia mamia eno no me bu embra no so ana ba fa obi hu bia o wo mo ye efia mamre no wo mo sa na
omo ana asa di wachi emra ne say ansa no mo be di wachi aba no omo ndi kan en divorce customary dey na answer. Into whether you do it or you don't do it, the moment you enter into the civil, you are breaking the customary. Into the only thing a boy and say, "Woko sign the custom no civil no, only busi ni na koye." That is the only thing a boy. Into no me question they say, if that is the case, they be into yourself for so mo yemi no ni na.
You said you jameti was says and say Semaya efie de no awia na nka hu hia aban mu akoye
no enya say enya aban mu na make o me say customary no so ye register wa aban mu
ene say me choose back o dia me
yes choose back
na mabaye
enti say ye wedding no poppy with white gown no na opese wo ya ene eno no you don't go and do the customary before you do that one. Because customary no ye separate marriage. And our ordinance no so ye separate marriage. It's why will you waste time and money? So person ye mienu ni nyina. In the I don't know why nipa or days are wearing of rings yin so buy. Dano I think say ye can in some way be no me bisa say UK hanom. Bema ben especially say omo a omo hihye mra no eye royal sofo no ne omo ministers. Parliament fo no de ekeka ho. Enti eye aso omo ware na ye hwe omo wo TV so ana say ye kokor witness life a. Have you ever seen some men no mo share ring da?
No, ebi mo share.
Ebinom.
You.
Ebinom.
Omo mo take court or you parliament or no. Share omo de.
Okay.
Omo so na share sa, omo na mo share.
What about the royal family?
So ni bi opa na oba share.
Enya wopa yen share.
Because omo mo court omo share mra no. Ebi mo share omo.
It doesn't bind them. The royal families, you know, a man in shit. They put the ring on the woman and they the men they don't wear it. Say oba yen customary marriage in mua. Oba ne share ring, be man share ring. Because ye wonyoma bebre wo ho ye bu ye ni egu so ana say we are practicing it wrongly. Dano na me can say be minimum say if I said it here, but I think I've said it several times. Oba only right is all say mi jaya wari o. It is only the civil marriage and oba wo ho kwan so jaya wari, which is a wrong practice. Which is a wrong practice.
Na daddy oba ensisa onu oba eja ware. Okay, be man e be ware me.
Yes, be man e ware wo. Enti ni o ware no no jai. Nye wa ye ware wo no.
Na bi ama ya ware obe fa me so o ne nji me ho obe ware me. Na ware ya tena ase. Na bi a onuma bi e bi asmesi udi ade we me mpe e bi suban bi e me mpe. Makobo abusuafo a omo be tai ware na chi ama ebia ya frɛ be ma no ye tunefo say ebia asema oyire e dia betu ye nimu enie enti no say ono waka e wo kokwa mu so ase wunya enti o dia betu ye nim ebusuafo yi so ene be mai akasa se dia oya be kai wan fansie ye o de be ka kire ntino se sa na tie dia ene jai dia wo ye no no be mai so de kisa no was sin adwin mu pise dia wo kan no nkora na ye no na meti na meja enti ade enti na menti kasa me ene metwe me ho na mentina de oye ni ma na bia mentire
wa mo say the American nyina is from the root, the original one no the kind of research is ani ye ansa na ye wura aware ni mu na enye easy say obekọ aware ase na be ma betete wo because ansa na obekọ no wa ye background check we choose nipa from a proper family. Every proper family there you not see a man beating a woman. During those days, now Jesus Christ in the New Testament, Jesus Christ catch and say, "You be an aware fatano." Inti you be an aware no. And ne ye waware bebre wo ho no ma. It was contracted based upon certain weird reasons. Inti ye come 2 days. Ni asan kokoti e kojai. She oba bi ni be me bi to me twempna. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. The reason why I'm worried here is because mene natanache. And no so nye reason for marriage. But in Crawford bebre are worried because only natanache. Enti omo tie no ohun science ne sa ade no me kwa enye de ben emmoame but one reason ne say mabone hoka. Another reason is say my wasting my time. Me kwa da ben na mesenya foforo bi. Mti odwene sa ne oma ni nyina ho.
Ye yo ba no.
Omumi enu both oba no ne be ma ni nyina. Enti by those kind of wrong reasons, they enter into the marriage. Enti omu wure mu a na fe won say most of the times when empana trainer ya na yenti together. Most of the times yenti together. But aware be mu pe ye ba betena together. Enti time a ye twen pena na misunderstanding ba oba kutumi ko ni fie ni akoda ade be che no na ebi wo ho no ma na tempers have calmed down ni asan bomu no. Now we have come to stay together. Enti ntokwa ni bi to me ba na oba ko mpese mpa no kro beda so. Enti afi na oba be hu nioma real. Afi na be hu nioma real. In a real no so bebre no so wo ho no ma disgusting. Nti ohu anu enu ne ho. Emra ye twempra no na wo ba ko obesra akọ.
Empra so beda ho.
Oh mesi kakra bi se enne no nyamesoro na eni ho nti na ama obeda ho no adoso. Na nkampena de oni obi twempna se ye ba ko ye besra akọ. No, only obi twempna. Ye koda ne fie ye besra akọ.
No mo koda pa.
Then na make us say it is a wrong practice. No, I no mu wia omo hu. Enye ne kwan so no mu wia ne omo hu. But say nipa no what dey eti o, the baby am free ban ne say. Whether so beda na so nkoda no. Onim so okwa akoda nti o sheda prepare ne ho. What you say? And at that time no ye nware ne ye nti suban bi wo ho disie. But se si aya ware na wie no. O feel say wanya certificate nti wadu. Nti after all to me nya mehwe. Nti sa suban no mu bi no mu na hye bi no akoma abehwe na ya to nsa. Ono so na oto ne nsa na emre o date no. Esa ne se no pa ade ani nti won say se aya ye campaign na wie ya to aba wie ma wie ni election. Me pa na me ba mpesu ya so. Sa suban no na ene ewo honom. Enti no madwene ye me say o sisi ade krata bi aban de yen. Enti after on to me nyame. Nti wo china behwe no na basa. Na we to my way. That is what is going on today. Na nka tete aware na ntisa. Tete aware na ntisa. And they say if we are really going by the proper marriage procedures in the keka hona, what is paper? Yeah, one crofo matana 50 years, they don't have any paper to show. But they have lived very well. And they have ended very well. Everything goes on smoothly.
Bemba no you no be mienu miensa nnan omo nyina no aduane bom omo di nkomo bom ekratwe bia ni baabi we ba ye meba suma we ba na we so suma we ba
yeah
nso se ade adane
enti 0745421197 obetumi afre na wamayen adwenkyere anasa asembisa se bibi ka wo ho a ode be ka de ayaka ne ho a then na wa ka kire yen se question bi so na be bisa about bibi a won te ase enso a obetumi afre na we bisa enti no yenya na mehwe se menya question bi wa hanoma. Okay, I think Doc Angel said, please, can you check the sound? Me pacha say, that's all problem, that's all, let us know, say, I console Diana. And then, or say, Tewia Trineboa, or say, watching you live from South Africa. According to Ghana law, this is no engagement. This is no engagement marriage, but customary marriage, witnessing by two coupled families. Civil marriage is very controversial and danger. Say well. Okay, then Tribu Siako MI definitions of all the three marriages in now. Mekaya no. Enti say we share the beauty of customary marriage. I think say every woman should rather opt for that one. Na onto sebi. They are friend of save nentonchene. Seriously, TMU. Awari bia. O de mame sanfa Bible de nye examples. Se wo hwe sa quotations we ya efa Bible marriage ho Genesis 2:18. Eno na edikan. It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. Inti eho na Nyankopon establish a companionship as a primary purpose for marriage. Inti TMU. If marriage, the main concept or purpose for marriage is a companionship, ediebe na uhia bi. Because me say a relationship. Enti se ye koje nkrata ne betu fie wie. Na most of the times and even sorry democracy aye can say man enimu ade so hwenti ye the way share won safa koto in case of anything where you dey actually in case of what. That should be the question we should be asking. In case of what? Meaning that ye kan ma bomu ni nyina no sebe ye wo susu ye bi wo ye ti ko say bibi be si am ya kofa marriage certificate. Enti de
si ya peso today akọ
ni akofa
ya dance kra ni
akofa
bi kun no yankra ta ni.
And then mistake ayeye wo ho no mo ne say eya na ye mfa mra no de etwa to ne mfa nto aso say even with the civil marriage ye exchange of vows na ye can until death do us part. It is the moment that nipa ni be wu no that contract is broken. It is the next thing they say you hand over the body to the family. Eyomo dia na momu relationship unti ena ye de ben ye mienu ye kwoswara e kabomu e prepare for the funeral array ceremony a relationship. With that relationship whoever is dead no na busuya fon be baba be ka kire wo say fire dey share mayen omo fa no mo kwa you don't have anything to say again. You don't have anything to say again. And maminka asemba konson enchirel. Se onipa ni wu wo akwantuo mu a. Eno so ebusuafo no wo ho kwan to request for the body. Se nipa ni wu wo akwantuo mu a. The busuafo wo ho kwan to request for the body, and when they request, you have to give it to them. In the absence of the main body, no, ye wo bibia ye in place of the main body. Uni musa adie no, de ba adie.
So very
good. Very good. Okay, because of bia kwan ne wa expenses ne de keka ho ni nti no wo de kora no wo ho na emom was a part of the ebe fie ni ebe ye ho amamre enti e bia ni tinwi ne borere ene de keka ho ni a package fe ni e de akọ wenya abosonsomo. It is biblical. Joseph ka kire Israel for ne say mi wu a mun kipu me na da mo be ko bo sha asase no so no mo so ame na mo fa me nko enti o mo kipu body na for so many years afa di oje ne baaye. Joseph wuye it took 430 years and sana Israel for onya akwan di two kwan omo ko no so they spent another 40 years on the desert. So look at how many years it took for most Joseph's body to get to Canaan. And they were carrying the body baby on be ko bia na mo so body no. Waka to her. And the Abraham wu ye Jacob wu ye no ye de ne call back to baby ofri ansa na oba Egypt ne ko sie ne san ba back. Abraham wu ye call back to e ko sie ne san ba back. And everything our culture is doing, you know, it is not out of place. Say obi wu ayo ye nde hye enti ya fa ne mra fie ni embesie no. It is never out of place. It is biblical. Enti o Kristoni a wutie yen men ka se na me dem ye Kristoni ti me fa nko de bi mesrel Bible kura se fa ko enti se nipa ni wu na se busuafo request for body a what we do ni say ye kan sumdwe asem me ade ba ko a me believe in say everything must be done by negotiation. Yen is say ben is okay yen trans and yen finding out. How do we do it for our family now to be happy? Ni afe kwan bi, so there is always an alternative. Ni afe ni aka. Enti adia ba kon so ya ye hu ne se onipa bi ya se wo be hu na ye will de to wo se mi wu aye family ko mi fi a me pa che wo se wo yes a will na fasikato wachi. Fasikato wachi because nipa na wo de ato ho no mo se onso a won fa nko no oni sika won tumi fa won ko. Yeah. Na busuafo ne so should know say nipa na enja sika dia. And yet there is no way you bet me aso body naba. Oja sika is a different thing. And nothing na make us say oh yes a dia jasika wo wachi. So that ye ni mo say o ade na o ka say ye nya no we jasika wo wachi na ye de ye. Na nipa na wo say onye no if the person doesn't have the means how do they do it? And no de ye trimodin kwa. No ni etrimodin kwa enti no ebia me wu a mo fa adaka bi say infancy mi jasika fa to ho se when jasika so there it depends on the relationship. Obi wo si onipa na we free mo no the way amenini city e no mean to me man eye nye basa enti ene me de sika say ni say metu anamo say ni say na metumi akora na chi yi no your relationship. Now when to me and build that kind of relationship, no, now you just open your mouth and say me we am farming call there. E dey near the woko. Enti e was a wuja bibia ye be gina so de wo e de akọ. But ne kono ye bibrika. Enti no bibie ni ho no ma ye out of place. Enti no ye nkuna ene de keka ho no ye traditional way of saying goodbye to the person we loved. So the question is, emra nipa ni be wu no mumye hwe ade ba konso wa ha sese ya de ameka di kan se nipa ni ti ase no ya nko anhwehwe se hwan na ye okunu hwan na ye oyere owu ye no ye ko ahwehwe se hwan na be ye kuna ye no is based out of relationship. enti TMU say if relationship wise metia se no na me no nye fine but in krata so no me ne wungu aware ne ye e dia ben relationship na me ne wo wonti a ugina sa relationship ne so abeye kuna because aware enye krata ye nware won krata so e ya yonkofa ne de ware. So as at the time ami wu no na me ni wuni ayonkofa bia but in krata ne so no ye mbeki ya apoye ayonkofa be na me ne wo wa wo ba be gina so say wo ba be yekuna. What did the American say? There is no relationship between me and when I was alive. Enti say sa oyere ne pese oye be mani hukuna. In the first place, was a okosre ebusiano nipa na wewu no na ebusiano. Was a okosre no na ye ya mamre. The party omo back and sana we to me aye ni kuna. Otherwise, you have no business doing any widowhood right. Because nipa niti ase na one nye fine. Amamre kwan so no ye widowhood right to see off a beloved person. Who is a beloved? How can you call somebody your beloved? Ewa abra in then 1 year be a tree mo na one ne nkasa. Mama Evelyn say, I think civil marriage was accepted in our culture due to how women are being treated by the other family sometimes after the death of one parent. Yeah, true. True. On say na make us any relationship. If the relationship is good, and there wouldn't be some of these things. In Timra Yeshe Ghana interstate succession law no. By based upon some of these problems after death. Eti nipa ni be wu na say na we say me no ye me yere me no ye me kunu nti property ni nyina ye me dia o ma me nso say me na me bre hwe no eja nso say na me na ada ne kasa bebere enti twa no pa no aban say okay nipa no per the laws of the land you know every citizen belongs to the government. It is where would the Japade ya bind there. Nesan is so jar of 4 way chintin, and was a yard of 1 so ye dear bay, in ye Japade any binti, and near ya shembra, if in record, so be one chere hawa ne Japade, yen sin chen and fan as a baby and qua, a buy best step in, no be check a Japade nama, a busiano. No stepping in no be che Japade now, or no so funny share room. Anytime somebody dies without a proper documentation as to how his property must be shared, the government comes in, the government takes over. Ne bank account omu freezy, the keka hu nyina omu freezy. No mo ankasa ba beche, omu cha, no mo yete omu de free mu. Hello. Enti say your wedding no poppy with white gown on our person we. Me ba cha obet me alowa wo ready on e kakra ma ye.
Okay.
Oh, we do mono. Wakati. Answer me mo na fe me friend. Okay. Enti Mama Evelyn says, secondly, it binds the man not to marry another woman. Oh, I know the enemy can say bind it, but one say even the fact is say own to me marry another woman no bebre na akosara chempna you will not know what did the American say. And he says civil marriage you know a bind obema no not to marry another woman no. The only difference in they say on worry another woman. But we discipline now when she so need the keka oni free wa bebre chempna. Are you the wife e bi wo hokra you will never know until you die. Enti the whole thing nyina is about the decency of the marriage. How the kind of honor we give to the marriage. That is the most important thing to fight for. It is a unya be ma papa na warena. Ukoda awada. You don't need certificate to prevent the man. He say because me was certificate into me unko chempana.
Koda na wada.
Wo ware oba pa wo ware be ma pa wo da na wada no asumajo na so ware eyi be bonsam bi ni baba bonsam bi de beto ofia with all the security apparatus no they will still find a way to cheat. They will not marry but they will cheat. And then must say thirdly, the marriage becomes known by law when it is registered and to prevent controversies. You see, by law to prevent controversies, by customary so no, it is known and it prevents controversies. Because ye busia no mo contract aware no. Almost so wo that system na a protect aware no. And nothing I make actually say even that no kura ye wo mo mugina aware na echi bibia wo ho a wo na ye be from adansi die ene de keka ho. Enti so far as I be kwa ewusua na anim ne akwa ware afiri ebusua na anim no, the witnesses are there, the marriage is known, the marriage is recognized and it is accredited. Enti ochi na bi se be mani ni ho no bi free baby by cancer or ye mikuna ebusuafo na di adanse esenye no kore unless a bad person who wants to twist issues. Na no krampo no with the civil marriage se ba ne sa by the time abetete wo ho betete mu edi no na sika wa spend with lawyer for because you have to go to court. Na kotwe ho manso wo court nso abefa lawyer who file application abetu ya hoka. Enti by the time I will be wie no hwe me father free mo na me call ye call court to call ye letters of administration to get sikebia ujai. Apart from filing fee any lawyer there aban esanso j estate fee. Enti kwa ye bisa se wo hwa papa eja pade na wo ye ho letters of administration no say amount up to 20,000 Ghana cedis percentage bi wo ho no ma wutu ade ma aban. Enti na make us say civil marriage and it has caused more problems than creating more problems than peace. Ye no ye hu ni say the security but it creating more problems than peace. It creating more problems than peace. But the miensana wa training na ye true about the civil marriage. Yeah, ni nyina ye true about the civil marriage. But the ayeka nyina ne say when there is a good relationship. Say woni nipa party a sebe obi nye before obe sorry 12 midnight etu a. The be nti na out there was okata weni ba ko buye ba ko. Because you are already comfortable, you are already secured by nipa no ni sune ne ban. What I say, there was a policeman ibia obedi adanse wa sorry. Or your police paying ni pan. Nyame ye na dum osi ni fie no. Or say security cameras any sa electric fence any ade or the bibia bi bobo ho CCTV cameras everything. Or say one day omo wo ho hwe eyi TV on in ebusia around 10-11 omo and 10 because it was weekend. It's your man dantem. Omo te watch hwe eyi TV. Omo ani ba omo so na akronfo abo ewura fie ho. It's no police in bedi adanse say with all the security or no a security person. Until he knows how to protect his home. But with all the protection nature no kronfo to me wura fie ho. Until the obeka ye ne say wuni nyame you are nothing. Wuni nyame you are nothing. Enti the ayeka ni nyina ne say civil marriage no ebe ma official recognition ebe ma o say but wo ware obema boni na ware oba boni a that certificate will never give you peace at home. That is all that we are saying. It will never give you peace at home. Ye wa konfo bebre wo ho ahwe da no sem eyi mene konfo bi edi nkomo na ka kire me say menu mienu nyina adwuma ba ko ne ye but momo de no mo frɛ ne han na mo frɛ ye de ni sum ye nso ye hu ye de ne say ye han na do it no like conversation e cause na ka kire me say tie me o konfo papa bie ni ho befo bi yere da. Yes, ɔsi kɔnfo papa bie ni hɔ ɔbɛfo obi yere da deɛ ɛtɔ mienu kɔnfo papa bie ni hɔ ɔyɛ for girls bedi ankɔ ɔsi kɔnfo papa bie ni hɔ ɔyɛ bi da deɛ ɛtɔ miensa ɔsi kɔnfo papa bie ni hɔ ɔyɛ adurokun nipa enti sɛ ɔkɔ obi hɔ sɛ ɔyɛ malam sɛ ɔyɛ dunsini sɛ ɔyɛ kɔnfoɔ sɛ ɔyɛ deɛn o mi deɛ ɔsɛ mɛsi aba me ne pere adwuma mu panyini bi enti yɛ bibi ma me na like yareɛ mpɔ no ne adeadeɛ ɔse sɛ nipa ne yɛ kɔnfo papa a ɔnyɛ da enti kɔnfoɔ bi a bɛkɔ ne hɔ se o mi ne obi pere adwuma enti no brim n'ani so na fama me anaasɛ me te sɛ side chick ɔkɔgye bibi no de anya bɛrima ne hɔ na bɛrima na forgetting na abusua no abɛdi n'akyi ɔka 100 a na ɔde ama no ɔka 2000 a na ɔde ama no ɔse kɔnfoɔ bi ɔbɛyɛ ama no ɔyɛ kɔnfo bɔne enti yɛwɔ according to ɔno no yɛwɔ fake akɔnfoɔ ɛna yɛwɔ genuine akɔnfoɔ te sɛ sɛ deɛ aba kristo so mu a yɛwɔ fake pastors fake prophet ɛne genuine prophet no saa na ɛteɛ wɔ hɔ enti obiya wo ni suban enti dia ye kan say the civil marriage doesn't matter whether you are married to a bad person obeye and na customary marriage so no say o ware na say nipa no or ye discipline no say stick it to one wife me say who to kwan ko di 10 years obetwen wa mawaba without paper who to kwan ko di 20 years obetwen wa ma on fa wachi da ɛyɛ adwene ne nteteyɛ ɛyɛ adwene ne nteteyɛ sɛ yɛtumi build yɛn ho to some pɛmpɛnsoɔ na dan na me tetetete no no bi da yɛsi adan a na deɛ bɛ na ɛwɔ entrance hɔ na yɛ kɛtɛ ne curtains owura mu a opagya no wawura mu adeɛ san na wada ɔwɔ bi mɛka no because you see Nyankopɔn programming nature in such a way say anadwowa hu owo embo nwura wodan mu meka woda enso wodan na no da ho enne ye ahweyi wo nyoma bebre hu because the original nature of the world na nyame boy no a corrupt enti bibia anye papa biem enti onipa bia asore a or find solution to certain problems enti certificate na akoye solution to these problems. Without that, nothing. There is nothing special about it again. Enti se wu sun obi a. Hello.
One catch there. The question be so now.
Hello.
Emio.
Good evening. Me pacha obebo udi na ye hu ni pakro. Okay.
Certificate no. Very certificate no. Na se wan ko register e wo court no a when na certificate no na dia be pre ama open so ba be. No de me say ye mai di ko ye na e court de no ye certificate no ye bia o pese o pe ni one na only to more.
Okay.
So documentation if you prepare for your office now. Marriage certificate. You want to register, but you better not. And so when you certificate, you now get your documentation.
Okay. Yo, Bati. Eti, one the way we see actually the other side and also afano. Now. Or say, Mama Evelyn say you may be having a very good person, however, the family may be very evil, and therefore they need to register the marriage. Okay. Yeah, Mama Evelyn, the outcome in true. Yet I see a pan. Now the Ayakan is already real. Now family near evil, so that paper no will change their character.
Changing your character.
That is the concept I'm coming from. Say aware miensa ne aye won we say netie we say netie we say netie we say netie we e ba ni say we ntie ye hwe advantages and disadvantages nti no they are all kind about the advantages of the civil marriage ni nyina ye correct the aye kan dia so ne say senka enye sa nioma we no mo a anka sa aware ni hu hia enu bi na mama Naomi abeken senka enye family problems enye akwantuo mu nsem enye this kind of national recognition ne de ekeka ho na anka sa pepa ne hu hia what did the American say? Enti dia ye pese ye draw attention so hwe the concept of the marriage na ye ka ho asem na dia ye pese ye draw attention ni nyina ne say woji pepa ni wi a boabrabo papa said ye be ya adachi if the other person is not there there wouldn't be confusion behind because with the paper no people are still going to court the paper does not automatically protect you. Answer na paper no be protected no. You have to go to court and seek protection with the paper. Eti the American say without the problem no, why would you take the paper and go to court to say me ko prove? And I'm on say
without the paper.
Without problem. Why would you take a paper so the ko prove bibi? Because the paper only becomes relevant when there is a problem for the paper to deal with. So in this case, you know, ewo my way mono. They said yeah, mama Naomi aka no obi betu kwan kura yes fa paper ne bra. Enti fa paper ne bra no. Na che say nsem bebre wo honso ya yentumi nka ofidie yi so. What did the America say what him say? Very good. Enti wa hu say say you do some penso on a pena nyankopon agenda concerning marriage, you know. What have we done? You are tarnishing that agenda. Because at the end of the day, kana ko push me.
What's that? So the case Krobia na mamre na wo kanu. Usa hase no wo no yes civil marriage no. Ebi abusuafo ne ayifo nyina ekoye nti omo no de paper same de ene eka omo amaware ho pa na wo de ba yense ebibi memu ne ade asoro ka sanka yenya na ye efie amamre na enu nanka edimu ne ade ana ida se ye efie de no awie a na ye ne de se babusua na ye ko omko ye ko je no na enum nyina akọ na ebi omakọ akoye adanse for ewo sa civil no for sa paper adie no because I don't know say no say problem bi no na wo sa dia wo kai say problem bi anywhere enkofa court sem bia emma both bi abusua afamily no nyina no bibia ba it's like ayonkofa ewo muntamunti no enkofa say me the way court bibi be ba na ke say problem bi asore
problem bi na asore ansa na paper no ho aba mfa so
paper na atimi adadi ewo eho no mo
enti si etumi ya ahweyie wo hu say ma yemfa we mfa nye example you may be having a very good person, however the family may be very evil. So the question is, family no a faben ena ye whether some ye evil and some ye evil no, how close are they to the husband omube to me abetete waware? What did the American say? The husband or the wife may be good, but the family is evil. Now the question is, the family na ye kan ho asem, is it the mother and the father of the spouse? And now said the uncle and auntie, and now say great grand uncle or great grand what did the American say? Because mostly no omo wo ho kwan so omo tete aware eye nani eja ne akumafo ne nkontafo sa nkrofo mienu group we wuyi omo firi ho a omo maka nyina ntumi mba abusuan ne mu me ha adwene ebeba ne sa na eno no ye extreme issue. But the minimum is omo ha adwene pa ye nkumafo ene asewfo me de bia asasem we me meka emema ye ni problem sa baby ebe ko bia mema ni problem because awa wo kwa aware mu enkontafo ha adwene te se nkumafo wo mu akonta bia wo se aware da wo hu kura e mako pe na dedem bibia ye nkumafo ye free sa side na eja ne ena omumu hwan na ha adwene pa enye na aso enti ya ma yenya title for them aso kunafo korafo ye wa aso korafo ena ye wo aso beifo ene ni nyina ye ma mostly you don't get the men to be worrying in their marriages mostly obekom na e ba akope enti sa nkumafo na ase oyi se wo kwa akwaware no wangyina odonko aso a eno na Christopher yen santi as he say marriage is not only based on love nya ware enye odonko an ejina so e de ware you find the appropriate material enti se wo enter into relationship a enemre yimotete de no yeto nchen kora still ene yebetumi aye some investigations. The moment we enter into the relationship, majority of us ye enter pe the next thing we are looking for is sex ene sa netie now so anka ne pape mu no obi biara ope better future ama ne ho no se obi ba na obese opa na se ukosi obi pa fine se ne pe opena wa pene na mumu in the course of the dating and the courtship no there are certain signs, red signs that you need to pay attention to. Intimate no, I don't believe in love at first sight. I don't believe in it. Say me shia o nepa na mabua to udom. Unyame da. Unyame da. I don't believe in it. Love at first sight last. Eya kono boni. Obi bi obeka mi hu na pe na me do no oboa ohun ade bi opeso curiosity opeso ko satisfy enyo ododa. I don't believe in it. And in the relationship mo ko date ene ye ko tena baby yen twa ye nu mo kakra ye ko tena sia ye wo ho kwan se ye di nkomo enkomo die ni mu no bisa no appropriate question, relevant questions. Ebinu wa mushia ya how do you want sex? In say hunu bia keke ni yedi wo relationship nkomo hunu bia keke ni yedi. E wa abra wo be bisa say where do you see yourself in the next 3 years from now? Na on answer. Me answer ni mu no ube hu say ne plan no wo mu ana unnimu. In the next 5 years, how do you see yourself? What do you think about marriage? Our any long-term relationship, emudien na ususu say, and yeah appropriate. Nipa ne kan long-term relationship, anu who say wamba for marriage. There was situations ema relationship eche, but nipa na dwene no de ba no ne say. Me ba be date you for 5 years, 10 years. Obi wo ho no mo ba ye no bisa na osi o de ye hwe yensua ye ho kakra. Yensua ye ho kakra na 1 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. E be normal dating 10 years, they are still dating. They are still dating. Ni nyina is because ni o maybe nko yie. E bi normal hu rare signs e bi o musuro. And by reason of that fear, no one to me go forward. And conquer seek the other person's hand in marriage. But because of sex, it causes unity, no.
I want a problem, no.
Yeah, Inti ya assume say ya ware for any edity. Inti ya won't say nam yesha say na me can say wrong reasons for marriage in enu bi no. Edu amene na tenache. We've been having sex. Oh, mene na umienu, me mpese me manu benya different fathers. All those reasons ni nyina ye bad. nti yede be kwa aware ni mu be wie no na create problems enti ubeko mu no na ekuma bi na ni nje ho but wa force no wa aware ubeko mu na asiwe bi ani nje ho but wa force no wa aware enti wo wura sa aware ni mu a na kire se because of asiwe bi ani nje ho na ekuma bi ani nje ho pia wo se menya nkrata na me ye de ben me de bo me ho ban in case ban bo no ne de eya japade asa eye japade asa apart from a japade na de na nkrata na ye biem apart from documentations medeji visa medeji de na nkrata na ye biem nkrata no does not create good relationship but nyankopon ni motive no eye creation of good relationship enti no dia make nyina ne say we should focus on creating good relationships. If I am a Christian as a master no monya enunti na nyame de mi aba ebusuan ni mu, what do I do? Me di omo be ko mpaibo mu suban ne dia because be ko obi wo hono ma na ase wonye no ono so aka on tiri say me ngogo me ho no ambefa me easy nti me so me prove a kire ne say me too ID at the end of the day na no so say ne more. What you say? Into as a Christian, you focus on the relationship building instead of say me prove say me won krata na say me was say there be. Let us focus on praying for things that will bring those kind of confusions and other things. However, we pray na ya nobody forces you. You can breach the contract. So pray na ya you can breach it. For instance, if you are in a relationship where they be a bro, your life is at stake. Yen to me nka say koso natana. Enti eno de o ho kwan say wo be exit. Wa pre wa bompaye wa ya enye ye wo ho kwan say wo exit. Na mo so wo exit wi a. Afutu ba akwa ye di 2 year ho ne say based upon the course of Ghana nani nti. Afutu obi a ye di 2 year ho ne say so be exit ya. Exit properly. Fa kwan personal fire de ben fefiri mu because nkrofo we de ayeti nyina ne say omujaye but court de no e na anyeyi because enche ye bia na oba no ne maami wuye oba no wo Germany no enche ye bia na ne maami wuye no be ma na ankoya asiyi. What does it mean? Na de ayeti we chire no so ne say be man yes enko be kwa koya asiye no ba ne say na busuafo say they don't recognize him as their in-law. Into omo mpene man nya asiye. Inti no anya asiye. What does it mean? It means the marriage didn't exist. But then no because of property be no money de keka ho bi nti no e wo say me de nkrata be prove say me yo yere na maji bibi. Oh, ain't the relationship is not there. Sisi ankrata na ye fight. Se relationship ne wo ho a anko be marry nwu abro nja bibi ma na yere. O yere wi nwu abro nja bibi ma ne kunu. Na de ntokwa bebire. Obi a minimu no. The yere free mo no de ne maami din na ye ne property next of kin ni bibi a o maami se ye me ba me na me wo no me na me tua ne school fees nti maji. Wo Maji, because obi a greedy, obi a selfish. Inka ye to me,
aware muno.
Oze.
Obi a unmobi o yes ade no.
Ya o ye no. No de ne mame edi na ye ni bibia.
No worry.
No wa worry. Wa worry wo ma.
You.
But ne mami din na odi aye ni bibia. Nti owo ne ba ya o mami se me na ma wo me ba. Me na ma bo ne ho ka. Me na ma yesi, me na ma yesi. Wo de obetumi akwawari biem na so me ba no ntumi mba back biem. Nti e wo se me nya so mfa so.
Nti se wan na ye mfom so.
Dia wewu no na ye mfom so. Ena de oti ase no so ye mfom so kakra in a sense say one say me can say bibia ye negotiations in any communication a relationship Inti nke bia the other partner ne ti ase no na nke wo se mmere bi eba omo mienu tena ase no mo sese ho se Debi inti no, it is not even about the certificate, but why na oye in charge of this and that and nanka uniwa nanka konisa. But se won so se wo den krata ko prove a be ma na fa krata ko prove anka be ye man sotwe. Etu oja bibie mu mane kai. Enye sa anka be ye man sotwe because o den krata no so kwa definitely nkrata no be di adanse ese owo sa anioma ne hu tumi nti aban de ne nsa be de ben ebe to so na afia aban abeche no se de wo se ye che no but be ma ne se me mpento kwanti no onfa nko and of akoye at the end of the day omo kai wachi so mu didi ohu nti ni nyina is about relationship and no echi no nanka wetimi wakami nyina onipa mpo ye de onipa ye bibi de na nso owu a yesi wo ye wo no obi na dware wo so you didn't even have a chance to decide who should bath you, so nature decided who should bath you. Wo nyini no wo ye bibi ye obi na gina echi no aka so ye ni ye wa nye ni so everything about you somebody is dictating wo ye nso obi na dware wo obi na decide baby ebesi o obi na decide adaka yemfensi o obi na decide everything obi na decide at the end of the day ejuma na ejapade a wo ye ejuma prehwehwe ye nyina esa akodi obi nsa. So at the end of the day no there na obeye enti say wenja good legacy bi wo wachi a na kire say obregu di aka nyina yo obregu obra yokun obekun yesan dia onya ye nyina nso waja ko na ya na emu de ye me ya ne se obi wo ho si dan wie ya no afiri mu ofiri mu so adan na osi ye na nye ho ne de ne body be kwa akoto enti osi dan wie ye kora no ye hu we ono ankasa hu how it feels like what you say enti no sometimes ya na some of these things and you look at it then you are like na se me kora ye be me pressure me so be ja hako obi so be ba be fa. So at the end of the day no how do we do it fa we a relationship ye nyina ye ntena se ne finding out how do we distribute this thing and fa asemma enti oba ne be mate ase ya what they do ne so omote ase no omu nyina ya adwene koro no mu decide so dachi bi se we ni ho na we ni ho a me wo fa ase yemfa we ma no we yemfa we yem ntinipa ne wu a na asomdwe wo ho nya afi ne ekwa kofa document bi dia be prove say ye me na me ye yere enti e wo se me nya we ye me na me ye yere ana se enti ni nyina is a boil back to relationship
and also no so e monka you ntino.
Into every day Biana you are preparing for tomorrow. Yeah. Today you prepare for tomorrow. Tomorrow you prepare for the every day Biana will prepare. Into we chino the ebesi no ejina abraba o boy ene so. Ya make a try ezike asesi wechi. Nya sa asembeba. So if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? On to me nye your paper cannot save, nothing will save you. Until the air can say paper ne the pe na mum. Create good relationships around you. Said the there won't be any need for you to go and fight with the paper. The relationship will secure you so that in kabum ebetana afanuni nyina ebusuami enuni nyina mu after you are gone. Okay. Then or say after customary marriage you can register at your district assembly for marriage. Yeah, no there Canada. The traditional marriage also has 8 certificates. Into ye ni mutin ye we are register no traditional marriage you know one certificate and I believe said that certificate carry equal power with the ordinance. Because ni nyina ya ware abanji tun say ni nyina ya ware it's the customary marriage certificate carry equal power with the civil marriage. Yes, The only difference in it say bear money to me worry become that is the only difference. But it carry the same power. They carry the same power. And nothing I make and say so confo born here. It doesn't matter whether we are converted or non-converted. Akrofort ya sorry them to juju. What did the American say? And whether you marry customary or you don't marry customary, it depends on the attitudes and the characters of the people around. And they determine whether you are happy in your marriage or not. Because the customary marriage also has its certificate. It carry the same power as the civil one. Okay, enti no yemre aso. Etiefo ye damu nyina sese moboa ye. Let me another comment, Mama Evelyn. Whether register or not, there must be a cordial relationship between the two. Trust and understanding must be the pillar of the two. Christ must be the found. Nyamin shirao. Or say we are say also is it advisable for couples to have Bible in marriage as symbolic? It happens in some marriages. One will say ni nyina gymnastics, mechanic gymnastics, and they say protocol. What he has here, the issue is that enti se me a Christonia e wo se me ware Christoni enti mommy we ye Christoni na me ye Christoni na me ba be ware o afi na me be ma Bible enti we ye Christoni all these years we nya Bible da symbolic. And then the man will tell you say, "Entino say me the way ma say unya asema kan o Bible na bom paye inti emra yemfa be man fa sa Bible na ma ye na unya asema as a Christian won kan Bible wo mom paye." Inti naturally it is not needed. Naturally, it is not needed. Even Jew for no cry, Israel for no cry, no more worry on my Bible. We yes, you may be a trata so too much.
You don't
because who worry Christonia could have Bible dada already Bible dada or bumpire dada and then I was check the Bible be able to say and not there you say me worry Christo. But you heard the papa come who papa comment to her or say the only thing that makes marriage successful is understanding, not love only. So you see, 18 at the end of the day, yaba mutual conclusion say there are important things to consider. Whether you have paper or not. It's for the sake of Monkrata and but I don't know. Me finding out. We will not do teachings on it unless by request. But me finding out where that say civil marriage certificate in according to your sermon, customary dear to me, because it's the same. So far as our warrior ukura certificate to prove say wa ware no, the civil is not needed again.
It's me.
Enti asie bia ye ni na ma ye bre sa anyway. Okay. Enti no bi wo ho ane de no nye papa. Enti enye papa no. E was so civil because customary de ane there you can't get it easy. You see, me want say make us me sha ase no make catch them say customary marriage na ye powerful than all. You can't get customary marriage certificate easy. But say for the no benya ni easy. Because customary marriage, it was a proper marriage wo fie. Ansa na ebusuya be sign ni ama. But say for the no metumi shi obi wo kwan so na maka che say di machi ni enko sign ni. And I want to Ningina was certificate, but nimu na ye nimunti ni feel say customary there ni certificate. It was set. And also na ye the most powerful. Yeah.
Because I don't negotiate for no.
Yeah. And no na ye the most powerful. Enti civil certificate ordinance there na there poppy ne there masa forget kora na ye free na. You any Mesa or say yes, it is accepted. Oh, okay, Daddy says it is accepted. Okay. Any Mommy, Mesa rely on you for prayer. Closing prayer.
Yo, for I got say you can eto ne sabe friend no obete na dwem we bia ni e wono ma bebre ho bia ni e na se papa ye bo mpa ye wo a wo ye oti tinafo erade ye to nsa frɛ o ampa ba show ho anuonyam ama na dwumadie a ye di ye nyina no papa aba awie pa erade ama ye sua enoma erade e de afri mu se ye di kan kan ye no ye da wase se papa nya yehye nyina no yenimu a erade yebetu anamon a papa ebu yeremu a yebetu anamon a yebe show Kristo din anuonyam na mo enye ne yebe hye nipa anuonyam ena nwumre de kanyina se yeda wase yebebeda yetu ye nkra ni nipedua e hye wonsa yeda yenim ye ho so ehwe oyemfo a wontonko na wona yegya ye ho nyina e hye wonsa ye mpai bo nyina so bebo ye ho ban na obema ye nemu ahomepa no my nene na what do when you when the area tray or na yemu na ade pebichi na sore erade egira ye na so biemu a ye wo na ye de aseda de ebema wo ye de wase se watie ye na modoba na ya je nkwa Yesu Kristo din mu amen
amen yo nti nyame onhira obibia ewo Yesu Kristo den se mehwe din na ebia yambo no ye chance ye papa comment or see you are welcome my pretty daughter you are blessed. And Mama Gladys, a pretty daughter, and Pacha, wow. Sorry, ba. Pretty daughter. It's Mama Gladys, so a Mama Naomi Usu Amuakon, and Angel, Doc Angel, Queensley Tribuesi Akon, or said we are Trineboa from South Africa. Yamin Shroud be brace, or drain yen. Yamau Aquaba, and you may be a 7 to 9 intino, we free. Your tone suffer say obedra near. I'm not pay answer ye full your day 5 to 7. Ain't ye non so we free na wadra near. Yamin shall be brave baby. I will be Mama Evelyn Yamin in shroud any contribution would they aba a support to program and Yamin shall be brave. Then okay, so that is all. And yen papa, ya comment, ya reading in na. Enti nyame onhira will be bia. Ochina nopa yebeshia 5 o'clock a.m. for fuel your day. Nyame onhira will be brave.
Transfer Bible studies.
Yeah, ochina enumere so your Bible studies. Enti no yebeshia enumere for Bible studies. Nyame onhira. We are looking at the book of John. 1 John chapter 2. Ena ye wono enti no ubetumi akọ through before we meet tomorrow evening. God bless you all and keep you safe until we meet tomorrow. Shalom.